Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another day when I have too many bright things open on my computer monitor, and so the light from the monitors was washing me out entirely. Now it's probably too dark. I don't have enough lighting in here. Oh well. Anyway, though, it is. I've forgotten the day and the time already. It is Friday, the 7th. No. What? Oh, that was the time. It is 7:07 a.m. It is 7:07 a.m. on Friday, the 6th of April. Thumbs up. Good morning. Thank you all for coming along on this journey of exploration with me. My shirt is driving me crazy, but that's... I'm still, of course, wearing all these shirts given to me, but now I'm still wearing them. Hamsters make me happy. This was given to me by, I believe it was Justina Aquavita Mess, but I could well be wrong. But I'm wearing these. They're as undershirts. They are small, and you know what? They still fit. I can wear small shirts. I've lost that much weight. But I have a medium to large skeletal frame. So the fact that I can wear like small and medium isn't necessarily a good thing. You determine your skeletal frame actually by measuring around your wrist. And you measure how wide your wrist is, not counting the meat and stuff. So you need calipers, because they've got to squish down as tight as possible to get to the bone. But you measure how wide around your wrists are, and that determines your skeletal frame. I have a large skeletal frame based on that. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, I also have a little Charvy running around like a little crazy hamster inside of his cage here. You're a Charvy, right? You're not little Nine Toes? No, this is, oh my gosh, this is Nine Toes. Oh no. This is little Nine Toes. I got him in the wrong place. He's just running around. That's not even Charvy. He's having a lot of fun here this morning. Well, I don't know if he's having fun, but he's running around like a little crazed beast. You are little Nine Toes, aren't you? Oh my gosh. And he's the old little fella, but he is super, super, super active this morning. He's racing around inside of his cage. I meant for him to be down on the bottom. I took him off the top of the stack. I got Charvy down on the bottom. Oops. But here's little Nine Toes. As you can see, he's doing really, really well. He is super friendly, super active. He's just really, really old at the same time. That's why I don't want to stress him out. He's so thin and bony. I'll put you down, little guy. He's not as used to being held. I mean, so he's not biting or attacking. He just, as you could see, he was more looking around to get down instead of just more, hey, I'm in a hand now. So he had a whole life before I picked him up to take care of him in his end times. So it's cool that he's active. He's a good little guy. I love all hamsters. They're all good little guys. Even dwarf hamsters. Dwarf hamsters are cute. They don't really look to me like hamsters. I like Syrian hamsters as hamsters, but I understand that people like dwarf hamsters, and they are cute. I do like them. They're enough hamster-like, since they are hamsters, that I really enjoy them. But given a chance and a choice, I much prefer Syrians because, I mean, dwarf hamsters, I said it before, I'll say it again, they have two speeds, turbo and off. So I like the more ba-boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom type of the Syrians instead of the poof, 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 poof of the little dwarves. Like I said, they're cute as all get out. I absolutely love them. It's just given a choice. Now, this ties in with we're all so much stronger than we think, and it's true. Ah, itchy lip. My apologies. I went to therapy yesterday, and I think I mentioned this in a tweet. I always have an impartial third-person camera where I'm policing my behavior and what I say and what I do. That's behavior, isn't it? But I police my behavior to make sure I'm acting normal. I've done this for decades. I continue to do it. And so when we were talking I mean, I had my legs crossed at the ankles. I had my hands crossed at the wrist and my lap as I was talking. And I've also got blobs of denture adhesive that are trying to work loose. So if I suddenly have to take care of that, my apologies. But I just said to him, yeah, I understand, because we were talking about, you know, how are you dealing with this? You seem to be more, under other circumstances you'd be in tears, but you're in control today. And when I am locked down tight. I am just locked. My body language is locked down. Blob of dental adhesive. Gotta love that. It's still trying to work loose. But I've got my hands crossed like this as I'm talking. I've got my feet crossed the ankles, and I said, I've got a camera. I'm watching myself. I am locked on tight. I know what my body language is doing. Is that? Just wanted to suddenly make sure my dentures were fitting right and looking right. I love that. It's a wonderful kind of day. And so, but aside from that, though, we were talking about this, that, and the other, and he did say, when I said, you know, I am stronger than I think. And it is true. I am stronger than I think. And in many cases, I've known that. It's just things that you don't want to think about for whatever reason. Where he's pointed out that just in the past, like since the year 2000 alone, there has been a whole handful of stuff happen to me where any one of them would have killed anyone else. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Statistically, we don't exist. That's bang number one. Number two, I am an older man that had a 12-year marriage with a woman who died. And it was a tight orbit. You can either get pulled in tight or broken apart. We got pulled in tight. And then she died. Men my age, especially in that sort of situation, don't survive that. That's number two. So I've had a lot more as well. I mean, losing my house, the sexual abuse as a kid, the physical abuse as a kid, this everything. And every time I turn around, I go like, oh yeah, I did this. And oh yeah, I've done that. And he's like, that's something else. I've known people where that alone killed them. So we are stronger than we think. We are the end descendants so far, because it's just the present, it's not the future, is it? We are the current end descendants of a long line of hundreds of thousands of years. And if you want to extend it back further than just the existence of humanity, we are a long line of life going back millions, even billions of years. We are the end descendants of survivors. So we've got all that parentage, all that lineage, all that history, all that honing to make us survivors. And I'm a survivor. I'm hoping to continue surviving. I mean, that was just a real quick off the top of my head, two things that most, especially men my age, don't survive. And especially the alcoholism. It doesn't matter your age or gender. That's a killer. Alcohol murders. So, thumbs up for that. End point being, we're all stronger than we think. Anytime you feel that you're ready to give up because you're not strong enough, I bet you are. I really do. You may not feel like it. You may not be grateful hearing that somebody thinks you're really strong inside and you've got the strength to withstand whatever is beating at your armor. But I do. I think you do. And I think you can. And I think you should. Though don't ever should on yourself. That's a wrong word. You don't say I should do this or I should. You're just setting yourself up for pain and such. Say I would like to do this. Don't say I should, because then if you can't, then you're shaming yourself afterwards. Say I would like to. So, say I went and stopped myself. I'm not perfect. I wish I was. I am no saint. Holy smokes. But that's okay. Gosh, what else has been happening in life? There was something else that I wanted to talk about. That was another one thing that, because of my depression, normal, and my fibromyalgia, and my brain damage from my alcoholism, I forget things all the time. I forget while I'm saying things. I can be talking to you about something and then stop and go, what were we talking about? What was I just saying? Under normal circumstances, I had that happen. Then my wife died. The depression got worse. Now, after the death of my mother, I was forgetting things. And she's only been dead a week. I'm amazed that I'm doing as well as I am, but that's because I've got my armor is on thick and tight, and I'm exerting iron control. And let me come back to that. I can't even remember here already is what I was talking about. I can't even remember what I was talking about when I said, here, let me come back to that. So let's talk about this instead. When I gave out a tweet the other day, I tweeted, I said, you must exert iron control. I did not exert iron control. The bomb went off deep in my delicate inner circuitry. Instead of bouncing off my external armor with no damage, you need to exert iron control. That was actually an ironic tweet. No, you don't. You don't. It's not better to take it on your armor and then say, ha, I survived that, than it is to take it on the inside, because what's better is to be not hit by the bombs at all. And what I mean by that is, in a storm, you've got the tree that has the tough armor, that does not bow underneath the wind, that stands tall. And what happens in a storm? Those trees break and fall. They're dead. They're gone. They can't take a real storm. What are the trees that survive that? Those are the trees that are wibbly, wobbly, move in the wind. They sway with movement. When stuff hits them, they move with it. And when the storm is over, they're still there. Maybe they've taken a lot of damage, depending on the severity of the storm. But it's still standing. And the tree over there, I was going to say person, but yeah, even though we're talking about people, it's still in the context of trees. That tree that was mega armored can withstand anything. No, you can't. Putting up a tight iron control is not the answer. You've got to be able to roll and move, and if you can roll and move, maybe you're not even going to get hit by the bomb at all. Maybe you can accept the bomb and defuse it before it goes off. Maybe you can throw the bomb back. There's all sorts of things you can do. Your choices are not let the bomb explode on your armor or let the bomb explode deep inside where it damages all of your delicate circuitry. No, you've got a whole bunch of options. Life is not A or B, black or white, sink or swim, live or die. Life is shades of gray and color with every decision you could possibly think of in the middle. It's all a matter of viewpoint. When you're in the forest, you can't see the forest because there's too many trees. You've got to have that external camera, a satellite view, to be able to get out of your own head a little bit. Take an external view and then see what the actual situation is. It's really hard to do, and it's a skill that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. But none of us gets out of this alive, and we've only got a finite amount of time anyway, so why not spend it on something useful like that instead of worrying and fearing and guilting? I think that sounds like a better idea. Thumbs up for that. So yeah, even though we didn't talk about a whole lot, I think next time I go in there, I'm going to be ready to let that armor down and start swaying and flowing and moving again instead of being so rigid, because rigid isn't going to help. That's only going to hurt. But I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I can't thank everybody for leaving me comments. I can't thank each of my individual subscribers for subscribing. There's just so many. I used to be able to. First world problems. But I'm going to thank people for having left me comments. It's a range because even though I count on the fingers of my hand, I still get lost. Good old fibro. And if I mispronounce a username, my sincere apologies. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at names. I'm better than most, but... And I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them all later, but for right now I'm just reading them. So whether you left me a good comment saying thank you very much for making these videos, a bad comment saying why haven't you died of cancer yet, you old fool, or an indifferent comment saying you are a human being, this was a video. Thank you for having taken the time out of your day to have left me a comment. Thumbs up and thank you. So now I call up my Chrome where I've got all my comments, and we have Hadrigon. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. 2D girls are better than 3D. How about that? Pyroon GT. Thank you very, very much. Sebastian Haroldson. Thank you. Charles Miner. Greatly appreciated. Merchant of Venice. Son of a gun. DFC Lolly. Thank you very, very much. Babu Doom. Thank you very, very much. Gabriel Kovac. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very much. Capital N. Thumbs up and thank you. Greatly appreciated. Colby Lewis. Thank you. Token. Thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. Toasty Waffles. I need to laugh and be distracted at times like this. Thank you for your usernames. And Tundra Keeper. Always good to see you in the comments, my friend. Maga Gaming. Thumbs up and thank you. Nightwind Game. Thumbs up. Dragon Quest Man 18, son of a gun, and thank you. Red Flamethrower, thank you very, very much. That's Bananas, thumbs up and thank you. Thomas S, greatly appreciated. Oh, I do have to laugh at this one. I was playing Shadow Warrior, and I called somebody a wombat face in the game. And so actually I do see this, my eye flicked down at the comment. It says, wombat face is the worst insult anyone could ever receive. I agree, it's terrible, isn't it? And Hovera Vera, thank you very, very much. Constantine 109, thumbs up and thank you. And then Brian J, greatly appreciated. Simp, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. And then Boyd Simpson, thank you also very, very much. It is greatly appreciated. As stated, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that is a good thing. I am clinically depressed. I have bipolar disorder. My wife died 4 years ago. Her cat committed suicide 6 months after that. He really did. He stopped drinking. When you stop drinking, it damages your kidneys. He stopped drinking for a week. His kidneys perished. And then he perished. And I lost my house to the bank. I've been bouncing from place to place, just trying to survive. It's not a good landscape behind these eyes, so thank you all so very much. And if you could check out my links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Thank you. However, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. I have gotten a lot of donations on my GoFundMe campaign. Thank you also very much. I was really, really, really worried this month about being able to pay for everything. It's still going to be tight, but now it's going to be tight instead of undoable. Thank you so much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool, but I would understand if you don't want to. However, if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. I talk with my hands. I go crazy if I could not move my hands. I've got to do stuff. It's just... Your brain likes sensation and movement and information, and moving my hands sends sensory information to my brain, and your brain loves info, your brain loves data. Feels good. I got a reaction video coming up? Yeah. I'm trying a reaction video today. That's right, I am trying a reaction video today. And a game video coming up, hopefully a game video from my game channel. So thumbs up and thank you. If you can check out my game channel, that would be awesome and appreciated. I need to get it monetized, so thumbs up. So take care, have a great day, and I will see you on the flip side.